Celebrating 70 years of coverage you can count on. This is KCBD News Channel 11 at 10.
Good evening and thanks for joining us. I'm Brittany Michaelson. It's loud here in the studio. You can hear the thunderstorms are making their way to our area. They're here now, loud and proud. So we'll go to Shania and see just how much moisture we can expect to get from this.
Right.
And this isn't severe, right?
You know, Brittany, I have to say the rainfall has me really excited right now. It's not severe, so that's the good news for us. We are still looking at localized heavy rainfall as of right now. I don't know if y'all can hear it, but it's raining very hard here at the studio at 98th and University. Zooming into our tower cam, really watching the system that formed on the Texas-New Mexico line earlier and then made its way east towards the Lubbock area as of right now. Still seeing lightning strikes with this system, moving at about 20 miles per hour. So it is going to continue to make its way towards the Crosbyton area. It may die down by then. Overall, though, like I said, not looking at anything severe as of right now. Earlier, there was a severe thunderstorm warning in the Floyd County area. That's thunderstorm warning has died or has expired as of right now. Still looking at some possible storms developing in the Brownfield area, moving out east towards the Tahoka area for us right now. Our tower cam showing cloudy skies. Can't see the rain on the camera, but I promise it is raining here for us. Oh, I guess you can see it better, but it didn't look that good for me as of right now. 72 degrees outside, looking at breezy conditions. Our wind speeds were light today. Those winds have picked up now that the storm has made its way to the area. The lightning on the tower cam has me very excited. West-southwest wind just around 25 miles per hour. Dew points are high for us, Brittany. The rain's here. It's good. We're getting the moisture, and we're looking at some storms tomorrow. We'll talk about that later.
All right. Well, that was a big one.
I know.
All right. Thanks, Shania. Well, the Lee County Drug Task Force has confiscated thousands of dollars in drugs and arrested a man after they say a 13-year-old consumed magic mushrooms the man provided. According to the task force, 42-year-old Jerry Wayne Chadwell of Hobbs has been charged with child abuse and contributing to the delinquency of a minor. Through the investigation, agents determined Chadwell and the juvenile had been meeting for drug deals. The 13-year-old later had to get medical assistance after taking psilocybin on March 13th. Wednesday, the task force performed an undercover buy-bust operation with help from the Hobbs Police Department on Chadwell. It seized magic mushrooms, marijuana, and more than 1,000 other THC-related products, totaling in a street value of more than $30,000. Agents also determined Chadwell is a felon and was in possession of a loaded firearm. In Midland, detectives have arrested a man in connection with the murder of Madeline Pantoja. She was reported missing more than 1 week ago. Yesterday, the Midland Police Department found her body southeast of town. Officers arrested 24-year-old Mario Juan Chacon for the charge of murder in connection with her death. On May 11th, detectives began an extensive investigation and search for Pantoja after she was reported missing. Now an autopsy will be performed in Dallas County. Well, one person was taken to the hospital following a crash in central Lubbock this afternoon. Just before 4, officers responded to the area near 34th Street in Indiana for reports of a crash with injuries. Police say one person suffered moderate injuries when their car crashed into a light pole. They were taken to UMC. LP&L was also contacted following that crash. Well, some parents in Texas concerned about their children's safety at school decided to take matters into their own hands. Frustrated by red tape and limited school funding, they decided to pool their resources, start their own nonprofit, and hire off-duty police officers to work at their children's elementary school. As Jobin Paniker reports, now they're trying to take what they put together and make it available at many more schools.
The start to any day raises the idea anything is possible. We learn that in school.
Have a good day.
This is Tanglewood Elementary in Fort Worth.
My children and everyone's child is so precious.
And these are a few of the Tanglewood parents who know what's possible also includes the worst.
It was very hard to watch.
It was a year ago that the tragedy at a Uvalde elementary school happened, where 19 children and 2 teachers were killed.
I want protection for them.
It had these parents exploring what's possible.
We wanted it not just for the children, but also for the staff. That was just as important to us.
Amber Spurgeon has 2 children at Tanglewood, a 6- and 8-year-old.
Kinder and 2nd grade. Very energetic, fun age.
Protecting them after what happened in Uvalde required a strong partner.
We're just imperfect people trying to do a perfect job.
Their nonprofit, Texans Against School Violence, pools the parents' money to hire off-duty Fort Worth police officers on campus. They were told getting a school resource officer program could take 2 years. Also, for the state to pass a funding bill could take even longer.
Which is why we chose the route we chose, and we don't have 2 years to protect our kids.
Protection from an active shooter is one thing.
We're a lot more than just security.
Gotta back you down.
Investment is another.
Backboard.
Yeah! Got 2 in a row. And I remember my son said that to me. He said, "Am I in trouble? Why are there officers at the school?" And I said, "Well, they're there to protect you."
It's been nearly a year having off-duty officers here at Tanglewood.
When you enjoy going to work, you never go to work.
See you later, Owen.
Another Fort Worth school is exploring it. They understand parents in a lot of Texas schools may not be able to afford hiring an off-duty officer. So their next step is the capital steps.
It actually makes me sad that not every child or school has what we have, and that's why we want everyone to have what we have.
The Tanglewood families and Fort Worth police met with lawmakers in Austin.
Have you read the bill?
Yes, sir.
To take what they have statewide. Bills like HB 3 could generate the funding needed for all schools. What happened in Uvalde is now our reality.
It's a sad world. It's a scary world. And I mean, our children are our future.
Yeah, you guys have a good day. See you later. See you later. Have a good day. What's up?
But a few parents have hope that change is a possibility.
And tomorrow, Uvalde city leaders are planning to hold a news conference. Wednesday marks the 1-year anniversary of the school shooting at Robb Elementary that left 19 students and 2 teachers dead. Police killed the gunman more than an hour after he began his shooting rampage. The city's mayor says May 24th will be a difficult day. No city activities will take place this week, and the city council will not hold its weekly meetings to allow residents a chance to reflect on what happened and grieve in private. Well, back here at home, a Hub City staple known for its farm fresh produce is making a change this year. The Lubbock Downtown Farmers Market is moving locations. KCBD News Channel 11's Patricia Perry shows us where you can shop on Saturdays this season and has more on why it's making the move.
What started on 18th Street and Buddy Holly Avenue as the Downtown Art Market is now known as the Lubbock Downtown Farmers Market in its 15th season.
Now we're 15 years down the road.
Quite literally down the road, about a mile from its previous location. The Farmers Market is now by Luca on 5th and Avenue J. Larry Simmons is the market co-manager and a founder of the market. He says it's been fun in the Depot District, but it was time for a change.
One of the things is take care of our customers, and the Luca Casp Arts District, it just has so many nicer amenities to add to our customers.
One aspect Simmons is looking forward to is more growing room.
We were kind of landlocked down there on Buddy Holly. We only had a couple of blocks. We had other businesses. They had to sign off and be nice to let us shut down the street half a year. And so we have a lot more opportunity for space and to expand here.
With this area's popularity because of the First Friday Art Trail and avoiding construction on 19th Street, Simmons says it will be a spot customers enjoy.
I think it will just be a more pleasant, user-friendly experience to our customers.
Starting May 27th, the Farmers Market will be in its new home every Saturday until October 14th, with the same farm fresh products and lunch options.
We have the best record of 100% locally produced produce. We'll have food trucks, we'll have baked goods, cottage food, salsas, jellies, jams, a little bit of everything.
There may be even some new products. Simmons says he's had more vendors looking to set up shop and a positive response about the move. So he's expecting a successful season. Patricia Perry, KCBD News Channel 11.
Well, starting today, people in the military and their families can get into the Buddy Holly Center and the Silent Wings Museum for free this summer. It's part of the Blue Star Museums program. More than 2,000 museums across America offer free admission to all active duty military personnel, including the National Guard and Reserve, and their families each summer. The program lasts through Labor Day. You must show a form of identification to get that free admission. Well, Texas Tech University's centennial celebrations continued this weekend, this time in Dallas. The Dallas skyline was painted red and black to celebrate Texas Tech turning 100. The university hosted an event in the AT&T Discovery District yesterday. Pat Green and Josh Abbott Band performed. Red Raider Outfitters was also out in Allen selling some gear at its warehouse sale. Marcus Thomas, a Texas Tech alum from Slayton who now lives in Arlington, went all over the city to grab these shots. Well, looking ahead to Wednesday, the first West Texas Small Business Summit will take place at the Lubbock Civic Center. This event is for small business owners or those looking to become one. The summit's from 9 to 3, and there will be workshops to help connect you to resources and tools to help you grow. It's $10 a ticket, and lunch is provided. We have a link on our website to buy those tickets. Well, the city of Lubbock wants your opinion regarding the new design of Broadway. Thursday evening, it's hosting a public meeting about the Broadway revitalization project. It's at 5:30 in the city council chambers. An ordinance was passed in 2020 requiring the city to seek public input before selecting a design. If you can't make it to the meeting, you have until June 4th to give your input in a public survey on the city's website. We have that link for you at kcbd.com. Well, a Texas woman is reclaiming her birth name after it was taken from her when she was abducted half a century ago. Now that she's reunited with her family, she's taking back the time she missed and the traditions. And in KCBD Sports Extra, we bring in the extra innings team of the week. Plus, Shania has your complete first alert forecast. She's tracking the storms. You're watching KCBD News Channel 11 at 10 Sunday.
This is the First Alert Forecast with Shania Jackson.
Well, good evening, everyone. I hope you're all having a great Sunday so far, or had a great Sunday, I guess, since the day's almost over. Looking at a lot of rainfall here in Lubbock right now. Had that system that formed on the Texas-New Mexico line come into the area, bring us some localized heavy rainfall briefly. Not seeing that heavy rainfall as of right now, at least here at the station at 98th and University, but the rest of us still seeing some type of moisture here in Lubbock, so that is very good for us. Also looking at some lightning strikes here and there, some thunder. Not seeing any hail with this storm, but wind gusts were reported up to 60 miles per hour with this storm. So definitely bringing the breeze back to the area. We had light winds today, so a little bit of a change. Awesome lightning strike just now on our 98th and University tower cam. You can see a couple raindrops on our tower cam as well. Also looking at current temperatures, 72 here in Lubbock right now, 69 in Tahoka, 73 in Jayton, and 68 in Littlefield. So temperatures definitely starting to drop back down. Looking at a little bit of a cooler night, overnight lows in the upper 50s for us, 58 here in Lubbock, 57 in Levelland, 60 in Snyder. Expecting high temperatures tomorrow to be on the warmer side. Moisture coming to the area, maybe a little bit of a humid day for us tomorrow as the moisture has come to the area tonight. Looking at a warm day tomorrow. 85 for the high temperature in Lubbock, 87 in Jayton, 86 in Brownfield, and 85 in Muleshoe as well. Storm chances looking a little bit more severe than what we saw today. Expected the rainfall today, just not the severe chances. Slight severe chance, mainly off of the Caprock off to the east. Us here in Lubbock just looking at a marginal chance of our weather being severe tomorrow. Still expecting good rainfall though, so that's the good news. Getting the moisture right now, expecting more moisture to come to the area for us tomorrow. Looking at the storms moving across the area late evening tomorrow, or late afternoon, early evening hours for us tomorrow. Systems continuing to move and develop off of the Caprock from this model showing us. This isn't going to tell us exactly when and where the moisture will be, but it is basically showing us widespread showers overall. Do want to mention our KCBD First Alert rain gauge giveaway. Every night at 10, we randomly select one winner. That deadline to enter is going to be July 2nd. With the rain that we're getting, this is the perfect time to get a KCBD First Alert rain gauge. Our 7-day forecast showing a lot of moisture in these next 7 days as well. Temperatures getting back into the 80s tomorrow. Looking at warmer temperatures overall, especially for your Tuesday, dropping back down a little bit Wednesday, Thursday, but then picking right back up as we move into next Sunday. I did also want to announce who our First Alert rain gauge winner is tonight. It's going to be Larita Hughes of Lubbock. Congratulations. Once again, y'all can enter to win a KCBD First Alert rain gauge, at kcbd.com under the contest tab. Every night at 10, again, we announce that winner, and we'll accept entries until July 2nd. Brittany, the forecast is looking good, getting a lot of moisture for us overall. Temperatures warming up as well.
All right, thank you, Shania. Well, looking ahead now, starting Saturday, you can save money on water and energy efficient products. The Water Efficient and Energy Star sales tax holidays both take place from Saturday to Monday, the 29th. You can buy items like shower heads, faucets, and lawn and garden products that help conserve water tax-free. You can also buy energy-saving appliances like air conditioners and refrigerators without the tax. The state estimates shoppers will save more than $14 million in state and local sales tax. Well, CASA of the South Plains needs your help to reach its goal for this year's Casas for CASA, and there are less than 2 weeks left. Raffle tickets are available online right now. You could win a $3,500 gift card or a custom-built playhouse, doghouse, or storage building. You can see all of those buildings at the United Market Street on 98th and Quaker. 100% of the money stays right here and helps CASA advocate for children in foster care. Just go to our website, kcbd.com, for a link to purchase those tickets. Well, President Biden says Republicans must move off their extreme positions on the now stalled talks over raising America's debt limit. His grim warning overshadowing his gains at the G7 summit, how he pledged more support to Ukraine next. President Biden issued a stark warning on the state of the debt ceiling talks, but time is running out for a deal, and the stakes are high as experts say the U.S. failing to lift the debt ceiling would lead to an economic crash. Tina Kim has more on the president's latest talks with Republican leaders and the agreements he reached to send more aid to Ukraine.
Hours after making gains abroad with world leaders, President Biden is facing setbacks at home with Republican lawmakers. In less than 2 weeks, June 1st, the nation is likely to default unless the debt ceiling is lifted, a date the Treasury Secretary reaffirmed Sunday. And as the deadline closes in, President Biden showed the two sides are farther apart.
Now it's time for the other side to move from their extreme positions, because much of what they've already proposed is simply, quite frankly, unacceptable.
The president also gave this warning about Republicans.
I can't guarantee that they wouldn't force a default by doing something outrageous.
Republicans blame Biden for waiting too long to negotiate, and now they say changing positions, such as bringing back tax increases when the issue had been taken off the table, according to House Speaker Kevin McCarthy.
I mean, waiting those 97 days and now changing positions every day, that's not productive. I'm glad he's finally getting back into the country.
But the speaker sounded more optimistic after a call with the president as he flew back from Japan.
I believe it was a productive phone call.
The debt ceiling threat is casting a long shadow over the president's achievements at the G7 summit, helping Ukraine against the Russian invasion. Before returning to the U.S., he sat down with Volodymyr Zelensky. Ukraine's president thanked Biden for approving the training of his pilots on the F-16 fighter jet and for the U.S. granting another $375 million in military aid. I'm Tina Kim reporting.
Speaker McCarthy says he plans to meet with the president at the White House tomorrow afternoon. Well, coming up in KCBD's Sports Extra, we'll hear from Lubbock Matadors head coach Paul Gilbert after his team's 2-1 victory to open the new season. Plus, a Texas woman who was abducted at birth is back with her family, how she's reclaiming traditions with them and her identity itself. A Fort Worth woman is getting her old name back after she was abducted as a baby more than half a century ago. She was reunited with her family last year, and as Alana Quillen reports, their new traditions are just getting started.
You solemnly swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but truth, so help God.
In front of a judge with her parents by her side, Melissa Suzanne Highsmith finally has her name back.
Well, it's like God has given me a second chance at life, so it's like I'm starting over.
51 years ago, she was abducted as an infant by her babysitter. She ended up living a troubled life under a new name, Melanie Walden, but never knew her true family was searching for her all these years.
We had several times where we went to check out leads, and they were nothing.
It wasn't until last fall when a 23andMe DNA test taken by her birth father matched one of Melissa's children. Soon they learned she had been living in the Fort Worth area the entire time.
And to know that she was here all these years. It's disappointing.
Melissa reunited with her parents and several siblings just before the holidays.
That it was hope that brought Melissa home. It really was prayer and hope.
And they've been making up for lost time ever since.
She's our missing puzzle piece. She was the piece that was always missing, and now our family is complete.
Just 2 weeks ago, Fort Worth police officially confirmed Melissa's identity through their own DNA testing, which allowed her to change her name in court.
I felt fantastic getting her name back to where it should have been after all these years.
Melissa says her plan now is to get a passport in her official name so that she can visit a long-lost sibling who happens to live in Spain.
Melissa also plans to hold another wedding ceremony with her husband using her new name so that her real father can walk her down the aisle.
Oh, that gives me goosebumps. It's just indescribable. I'm on top of the world.
The babysitter who took Melissa was never caught. The statute of limitations on any criminal charges has expired, but Fort Worth police say they're still hoping for tips to gather more details about her abduction. Well, stick around. KCBD Sports Extra is up next, but first, Shania has your final check of the forecast in just 1 minute. Hey, welcome back. We'll go to Shania for one final check of the forecast, and we're still getting some rain.
I know, still getting some rainfall here in the area, which is awesome for us, of course. Not looking at any severe storms across the South Plains as of right now, but you can kind of see that line of storms starting in the northern part of the viewing area, moving down to Plainview, then to us in Lubbock, and then also passing through the Tahoka area. Those storms expected to still move across the area after midnight, Brittany, and moving into tomorrow, temperatures get into the 80s. We're looking at a warm week.
All right, looks good to me. Thanks, Shania. And thank you guys for joining us. That's it for news and weather. The KCBD Sports Extra is up next.
Have a good night.